You can check out all the episodes of The Table of Truth on our website, www.tableoftruth.com.
Go talk about that shit in the movie.
You watched it?
Welcome everybody to The Table of Truth. This is your man Cam.
No, it's not top 5, yo.
This is your man Cam. To the left of me.
Yo, what's up? This is Pope, not top 5 Phoenix.
Okay.
And across from me is
Dwayne. I watch films and not movies.
and noticeably absent is our man Ant.
Excuse Lord. AKA my bad.
Congregation, please turn your books of excuses to page 32.
Singleton, 2541. On this day, I was late because the train had a dragon in the backseat.
Preach.
And you know when that dragon is talking,
Amen.
everybody is dragging on. Taking their sweet time. It ain't my fault, though.
Tell him, man.
Hallelujah.
It's that goddamn dragon on the train.
Can he testify?
I got you.
I was too.
And
Last time you been to church, folks.
I think I was like 5,
5 years old?
maybe.
yo.
You know my soul.
Wow. Surprised you haven't burst into flames when we walk by churches, man.
A couple times I got really hot. Started sweating for some reason.
Oh man. Yeah, man, we're back. There's a bunch of crap going on. We were just talking about the struggle of trying to watch Transformers the movie, the newest one.
Alright, listen. I know you're trying to say I'm top 5.
You are top 5.
Yo.
Worst movie
One-
watching, chooser,
Yo.
and everything combined in one.
No.
You just love bad movies.
I do like bad movies. I won't deny that.
You go out and see them.
But no, I don't pay for these shits.
Oh, ooh, that makes it so. You waste an hour and a half of your valuable life.
No, because I do something else while I'm watching them.
So then, how are you watching them?
I can multitask,
No,
man.
when you're watching a film, you're watching a film.
Listen,
Movies versus film.
Oh, sorry. Oops, movies. He watches movies. He doesn't watch films.
yo, Siskel and Oscar. Yo, listen, man.
It's like Cisco and Oscar.
When I watch these movies, yes, I watch bad movies. But I am not the type that will say, yo, this movie was great. You should go see it. And it's a terrible movie. Not like Chris White did when he went to go see Mortal Kombat 2 and came back and told everybody it was great. So then we went crew deep to go see this movie. And then within 5 minutes, we knew
You
it
just
was
looked at
terrible.
him like,
yo.
yo, what? And he's laughing.
Yo.
I knew it was bad. Like, I never brag about terrible movies. I never
True.
said you gotta see this really bad movie.
Although you
watch
guys
it.
did tell me you guys just go watch Dragon Ball Z. You know,
We went to
as a crew.
We
You're
knew
like,
it was
yo,
bad,
it's gonna
but we
be-
went
it's-
in.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad. I'm like, nah, I think I'm good. And you
went
guys didn't
in.
realize how bad. It's
We
gonna
went
be.
in and we thought it was gonna be jokes. The first 5 minutes were jokes.
And the last
Then
5.
there was no jokes the rest of the movie until the last 5 minutes.
It's crazy they took themselves seriously in that
Piccolo
movie.
soup.
Yeah. You just looked up.
I can't even believe they even made a live action one. And thought it was gonna do
That was the
something.
funniest
It's on
part.
FX the other day.
Yo, the funniest
Really?
part. I want that whole movie has nothing to do with the movie. It's just the fact that they thought that they want to make a part 2.
Exactly.
Because Piccolo was
Yeah.
like, I'm the villain, but I'll be back.
Yeah, he was
I
just
get
eating
over this
soup.
flu.
It was terrible.
Senzu soup, yo. Yo, Transformers. I watched it in the background, yo, and it's like 3 different movies, yo. It's not even like watching.
So
It's not even watching the movie.
Why would you watch it if you know you're not going to give any time to it?
I do give it time. What are you talking about?
No, you said you were multitasking while you were watching it.
I was working and I was
Kind of like a
watching
fair
it.
shake.
Yeah.
Your full,
Yeah,
your
but
full
I-
undivided attention.
I knew it wasn't a quality movie.
Did you watch it all the way through?
Yeah, because I had it in the background. Oh, it was just running in the background, yo.
How did you not turn it off 20 minutes in?
I
It was in the
got
background, yo.
I got 25 minutes in. I just
Yo, it's not a movie. It's like an endurance, yo. It's like you gotta endure this movie.
Maybe you have to be in a movie theater to watch
No,
it.
no.
With 3D glasses on.
If I was in
Nah.
the theater watching this movie,
pissed.
I would have been fed because you had to pay $20 to go in to see that shit, yo. Son, it's so long and it feels long. Like I was watching it and I was
It's Michael
so,
Bay, right?
I saw the sun setting.
He didn't direct it though. He only
He produced it?
Yeah.
Well,
He produced it.
he's attached to it.
But even in the first 20 minutes, it had all the same like Michael Bay trappings. You know.
There's a scene where like
Don't even tell me, Pope. I don't even want to know.
there's a scene where there's like an explosion because this is Michael Bay.
I was about to say
But
the whole movie.
they're running away, and of course, no one's looking at the fire, and it's just like, yo, how cliche is this, yo? And the explosion is super big, yo. What's name's in it? Dude from Workaholics is in it.
Yo, I didn't see part 3.
Not Workaholics.
What is it?
Oh, Silicon Valley.
Silicon Valley.
Dark
Yeah.
Moon or whatever
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, after part 2, I'm like, I'm done. Like, what else are you gonna do with this movie?
Although 3 was.
Top 5.
They're trying to see.
2 was horrible. 3 was actually not that bad.
See, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I'm not top 5, yo.
Hey, you guys are competing, man.
No, I'm not, because I don't promote
Yo, I
bad
watched 10 minutes of ride along, maybe 18 minutes of ride along. Turn it off. I'm like, I can't. My head hurts, man.
I didn't see right along.
It looked.
It was
bad.
terrible.
It looks
just
really
corny
bad.
jokes. I'm like,
And it made a lot of money.
They made the part two?
They made part 2's already wrapped already.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That
it comes
dude,
out
yo,
soon.
Kevin Hart probably has about 11 minutes left on his fame.
I don't think so.
He's been grinding because he had another movie. He has like his TV show starts again next week.
Yeah.
He has another movie come out later on this fall, like I think in December, and he has like 2 more in January.
you think he has a good 5 years left in him?
Yeah, I think he's talented, yo. His stand-ups aren't as good as they were. They've considerably gone down with each one.
When that Chappelle stand-up comes out that he did at Radio City,
Yeah.
Oh, it's a wrap.
yeah, Kevin Hart just
Everyone already says Chappelle's probably is this generation's Richard Pryor. He's like the funniest comedian of the new generation. It's still there over there.
yeah, that's right.
And but Kevin Hart as a entertainer he's quality. He's not the best in the business, but he's quality.
So if you're gonna, he's quantity. He's not quality.
No.
If you want to go quality, then I can say
Quantity.
Eddie Murphy is quality.
Well, quantity wise, he
he is.
he's pretty prolific though. That's the one thing I think he was saying too. He's like he does hustle a lot. Like he's constantly putting stuff out.
And on top of
But
that, like the stuff he doesn't put out complete trash. I didn't see Ride Along. You said it was bad. I saw Think Like a Man
surprised
2.
you
Real Husbands
Real
is funny.
Husband is good, and that's
Yeah.
mostly him. That's
Yeah, Real Husbands is pretty funny. Yeah,
That's all on his back.
yeah. I think that's pretty hilarious.
Think Like a Man 1 was good. Think Like a Man 2, I thought it was funny. A lot of people said it was whack.
That shit went straight to DVD. It was in the movie theater for a
for like
week.
5 seconds, right?
Yeah, next
Had
thing you
like
know,
2
I'm
weeks.
like, oh, what's this on Netflix?
Think Like a
Yeah.
Man was good. I didn't watch 2.
I didn't see 2 either.
I
I'm like,
enjoyed
what's the
it.
point of making a part 2?
Yeah, but they had an actual story. It made sense. You know?
All the ladies, they all go to Vegas.
No,
blah, blah,
everybody
blah.
went to Vegas for the bachelor party.
It was a wedding.
Oh, somebody's getting married.
Yeah.
But him as a talent, I don't think he's going anywhere anytime soon. Yo. Like he's gonna be around for a while, yo.
People get tired of people, man. Trust me. If he has another 5 years left at this capacity, I'll be surprised.
Like I don't think he's gonna stay at the rate he's going because he's dropping like 5 movies a year. That's hard to maintain.
I'm actually wondering if
Samuel
get
Jackson
like a,
didn't do anything.
yeah, Samuel Jackson like 2 a year at least. But I'm wondering if he's gonna do a TV
then
show.
quality.
If he's gonna do like an actual like network TV
Formula
show.
51.
Huh?
Formula 51.
I've never watched it. Did you, Pope?
Nope.
You're lying. You're lying.
I saw
I saw
know you watched it.
I saw Samuel in cornrows and a kilt. Nope.
How do you not watch that?
He was just recently in some fucking straight to DVD shit, yo.
Which are some of the best movies made.
What?
Taken 1 was straight to DVD.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it
It
was.
was in the theater.
No. They brought it into the theater because how good it was doing.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I had that movie a year before it came out.
Really?
I didn't know
I did
that.
not know that.
Yeah.
I mean, we're up to taking 5 now.
Things you learn while listening to the Table of Truth.
Hey man. Yeah.
No facts. No facts.
Why somebody be like, fact, right on Facebook, Taken 1 was leaked a year before it dropped.
Nah, I'm actually surprised Kevin Hart didn't have like a ABC or NBC or CBS show, like network.
I don't think he'd be good in that type of capacity, yo.
I'd be surprised.
Yeah, wait, RoboCop. Yo, he made Reasonable Doubt was good. I didn't see Old Boy. I'm looking at Samuel Jackson.
Oh yeah. He drops like at least a movie a year for,
Yeah,
for
this
the last
year was-
35 years.
He's
Well,
been
he did
He's been in like
3 this year.
120 movies or something
That's
like that, yo.
ridiculous, dude.
He's up there. I know he's over 100.
The crazy thing is Samuel Jackson playing Samuel Jackson? I don't think he is.
Sometimes. So, like he
I would
had-
say at least
I don't think-
60% of his movies.
I don't think Mr. Glass is Nick Fury.
No.
Good
No,
point.
they
Good
are.
point.
They are.
Good point.
But let me see.
I don't think Pat Novak is freaking. Who else did he play? Stefan from Dango Unchained. Like I feel like he's one of the few
He actually,
actors.
you know what? You're right. I think of the more popular actors, he does actually have a little bit more of a character.
Because Morgan
than your
Freeman
average.
played the same person for like 5 movies straight.
Yeah.
He played that retirement cop that was on his way to retire for like 5 movies.
I got 4 days left.
It's like 7, 3 Kiss the Girls. Then it was like 2 more movies.
Yeah,
like
I
that.
don't like Abel Turner and Lakeview Terrace. Do anybody see Lakeview Terrace
What
with
is that?
Kerry Washington and
Is he a cop or
Samuel
something like
he's a
that?
cop. He's like a racist cop. In that
talking about
movie.
Morgan
Samuel
Freeman?
Jackson.
No, Samuel Jackson.
Yeah.
Kerry Washington was in it.
What's
She was
the
dating
last-
that white guy. Oh God, what's his name?
Besides,
Patrick Wilson.
you know what? Besides Avengers, I don't know what the last actual like Sam Jack movie I've watched.
RoboCop. Didn't you see RoboCop?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in RoboCop. He was good in that shit too.
yeah, he was.
He was
Oh
doing
yeah,
the
that's
announcer
right.
part.
He was like
Pat Novak.
the O'Reilly type character.
Yeah. He's gonna be in the next Quentin Tarantino movie too, The Hateful Eight.
He's one of the few actors who has done a lot of
Ooh,
movies and it's
that
not the
one-
same person.
That one British movie too about the Secret Service.
Oh yeah, he's in that shit too.
Roland from Jumper, you can't compare it to another character that
Yeah,
he's
no,
done.
you're right.
Wow, you're right. He actually does play an interesting wide range.
Who knows who he's gonna play in that the Night Service, the King's Service? He's in that British spy movie.
Oh,
The dude is he's working.
oh my God.
He's like
They're
100.
doing another Triple X.
What?
The return of
No, with Vin Diesel.
God.
Yo,
I
they
don't know.
should-
It said rumored.
They should have Vin Diesel and
And Ice
Ice Cube
Cube?
together, yo. Xander Cage.
Yo, Vin Diesel.
Well,
Ice
they're
Cube.
bringing out a new sauce since we're talking about movies.
What?
A new what?
But a new sauce.
They
Saw
restarting
8.
it?
But they're bringing back. I think James Wan is either
What? I
writing
thought
it
was
or directing
8.
it.
I thought
When it
they
ended with 7,
right?
so part 8.
I've never watched any of them. I read it on Wikipedia, and the story is interesting.
Yo, the first one was really good. The second one was okay.
The craziest part is the budget.
third one was good.
Yeah.
The first and
Budget
third
was
were
so
probably the best
small.
ones.
Yeah.
Yo,
But they
made
made so much money.
They made a lot of money.
What was the one when dude got crazy glued to the leather chair?
Dude, I don't know. 3, 4 maybe?
I think what was the one with the girl was the killer and she was creating traps that people couldn't
2.
get out of, yo.
Well, she was going along with them in part 2, and then it ended up. Sorry, guys, spoiler alert from 2004. Oops, 2005.
Statute of limitations are already done.
It's 9 years, not 10. But I think it was part 2 because she was going along in the traps, and at the end of it, she turned around. She was like, "Game over." She closed the
Yeah,
door.
but she.
Oh, she was.
But
the,
then she got out.
Apprentice.
No, because like there was one.
So it might have been 2 and 3.
No, it was one of the movies where they were creating traps that the people couldn't get out.
Oh, then
And
part 3.
They had the
It was either 3 or 4.
The
'cause-
other guy was like trying. No. It was the one with the dude from Princess Bride.
Okay.
Carrie
think-
Ellis.
Fuck are you talking?
I think that was.
Oh, Robin Hood Men in Tights. That dude.
Yeah,
Carrie Ellis.
the main dude. I think it was. It had to be in part 4. because-
Wait, wasn't he in part 1?
Yeah, he was the guy that was in part 1. He came back and ended up being one of the his main
Damn,
disciples.
Pope, spoiler alert, come on.
Nigga, this is like
That's
10
part
years.
7. Part 7 was only 3 years ago.
So what?
They really made 7 of those things.
They're making,
Yeah,
and
there's
then
been a lot of
part. I will watch part 8 only because James Wan is attached to it.
That's the guy that he's the one that created it, right?
yeah.
He created it and directed the first one, and then was
He did
executive producer for the
Insidious.
rest of them.
Yeah, now he's
Oh,
doing
that's
Fast and
right,
Furious
Insidious.
7
Oh,
or 6. Sorry, whatever it is.
No,
Oh, I didn't.
Is it 7?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know he was the guy that took
He's
over.
doing a show. He's got a new movie called Demonic on NBC. Sorry, he has a movie coming out, and he's gonna have a show on NBC.
Did you see that trailer I put up?
What?
The Babadook.
7.
No,
Yo, that joint looks kind of scary.
I didn't. I'm press play. You said it was scary, so I believe you.
Yo, it's like it's about this woman and her son. They find a book. They go someplace and get a book. It's like it's a children's story book, but it's about this thing called the Babadook.
I don't read children's stories.
And the Babadook came for the kid, and the mother was trying to protect him. Yo, it's just mad creepy.
When's it coming out?
I guess it should be coming out either now or like next month.
I saw Annabelle on Monday.
Oh, what is that? I saw you.
Some horror movie or whatever it is.
Was it
Any good?
It's not bad. It wasn't bad. I thought like because it follows The Conjuring and the other movies, and it's kind of attached to it. I felt like those movies were better. It's not a terrible movie, but I was like, it's okay.
I still want to see that. What was that damn? They
It'll
had
be
like
Saw
a
8.
Jewish one, yo.
Saw 8, right?
Yeah, but he saw 8.
Is he directing or just writing?
It says.
Well, they're going back to Jigsaw's.
Yo,
Well, you could watch it while you're working on the damn project, yo.
Wait, here you go. Here you go. It's he's doing Fast 7 and Insidious 3. I think he's just doing like the executive producer.
Okay. And Demonic or
Demonic. That's
whatever.
today. That's this year, right?
December, yeah.
Only thing I hate more than sequels is prequels.
Why?
Because why are you going back? Unless there's an absolute solid reason for us going back. Why are we going back there? We're going to see Jigsaw when he was 19, working at the Piggly Wiggly,
With Sean,
and then when he started trying to kill people,
they're gonna show him, why he
with
turned that way.
flapjacks and waffles.
Yeah. That's what they're doing. They're gonna show how it turns.
It's served.
He doesn't talk like that.
They gonna show what's the puppet's name when he was a log before he was carved into the puppet.
Yo, somebody put
Billy?
a picture like who would you rather be in the room with, and they show like that puppet, Michael Myers.
Oh, all the
all the
horror
horror
ones,
people.
yeah.
Of course, I'm picking
Really?
that dumb puppet.
I smack him.
He's on a bike. Yeah,
He's never
like
done
that.
nothing to anybody, yo.
And people are like, "Oh, I'm not gonna be in the room with that
He just
puppet."
goes out on a tricycle.
Yeah,
I just
no
kick
one's scared of
joint
that.
over. I can't kick over Pinhead.
Well, pin face.
Pinface. That's his cousin.
No word.
Doesn't get much.
Wait, what,
press.
Stupid.
What about the new TV shows that come out? You guys watching any of them?
Some of them.
Well, Blackish is new, and I watched 15 minutes of that show.
You watched the bro mitzvah?
Yeah,
Yeah.
when he told his kids that,
Yo.
and then I was like, I can't do this, man.
I didn't see it.
I'm like, this is how they're representing us to the rest of America, man.
I watched the full pilot, and it was like,
How can you go on?
you know what? There's parts of it that I can see what they're trying to do because they're trying to show the upper middle class black family that's not in a predominantly black neighborhood. So, you know, the wife's a doctor, he's like an exec or something like that, trying to be up with a VP.
You're not supposed to be on drugs? That's why I can't watch it, man. What are they trying to say? They can't be doctors? It's fucked up, man.
And then his son kicks it with a bunch of white kids and wants to join the lacrosse team.
So like Anthony Anderson and
Wants his
Tracy
son to be
Ellis
black.
grew up hard, and they
not hard, but they grew up in the
Middle class.
middle class
Yeah.
suburban like black family.
No, they came from that type of lifestyle.
Yeah.
And they're trying to teach them how to be hardcore.
Well, no,
black.
because I
No.
think
Like,
what is it's basically
the
premise
mom is cool with it.
Yeah, the mom's
yeah.
cool. Basically, it's him. At the first premise of the pilot is basically him seeing his son because his son was like, "Yo, I want to have a bar mitzvah." And he was like, "What the fuck's wrong with you? We're not Jewish."
Yeah.
But he's like, "No, but my friends do it. I already picked the Jewish name and everything." So in his mind, he's kind of like, my son's not
Sell
black,
out?
dude.
Yeah.
And so he's trying to figure out like, you know, what's the disconnect and stuff like that. So he kind of goes overboard. It's sitcom, of course, but and then also too, he's up for a promotion and he doesn't get it, or he doesn't get the promotion he wanted. He gets another one, but it's like the urban version of that promotion. So then he's kind of like mad about it.
He's
and
the VP of Black Media.
yeah, exactly,
Shit.
something like that. And it was funny because his wife said the same thing.
Racist.
She's like, so basically, if someone else got it but you'd be like, that's fucked up because I'm black, I should get that. Then you did get it, but it's like, wait a minute, I'm black, that's fucked up. Why you giving it to? It's like a double-edged sword.
Exactly.
So
And you're trying to teach your kids how to be black, but you want to have a job that's...
so you have all that. And then you have Lawrence Fishburne playing the old grumpy
Yeah.
I was just
granddad.
watching Key and Peele, and they had this skit about the old wise black dude
Who were cleaning?
who walks around and be spouting information to people, like the dude from Boys in the Hood, when Larry Fishburne was in
Yeah.
Boys in the Hood. It's like, my brother, what's going on? What we doing here? This is why we can never get you out here stealing, dragging, grabbing. Oh, you working? Oh, my bad. See, my problem with, like, I didn't see the pilot, but I did see the 5-minute trailer, and I read some things about it.
Oh, this makes you an authority on it. Continue, please.
According to my Wikipedia research,
Yeah, exactly.
and my
7-second view.
Yeah, while I was multitasking.
my thing is,
Please continue.
and everything I've read about it, I'm concerned that the show is going to have that premise wrapped around it, like trying to teach my son or my family how to be black, like,
Or the kids or whatever.
yeah, like, this is what they're meaning. This is what it means to be black, and you're not black because you're doing that. And I think that's kind of corny. I think that's a weak premise to build as the base of the show. Like, the thing I always found dope about the Cosby Show was that it wasn't like, oh, this is a black family and this is how black families do it. It was like, this is a family
that happens to be black.
in New York that happens to be black. Because you can, like, with the exception of some storylines, you can put in any race into that
that's true.
storyline and they can still play it.
Yeah,
And
that's
if
actually
the basis of it is them teaching them how to be black,
Yeah.
and that pigeonholes the storyline.
But also, I think the way this show's kind of taking it is how the kids nowadays, there's a lot of them that don't have that like being a black is not part of their identity. To that, it has to be there. Like,
Yeah.
like for our generation and even the older ones before, like being black is 100% part of your identity, and you do everything else. Where the generation that's coming up, that they're kind of showing that change, where it's like the kids don't really care as much. So they're like, yeah, I'm black, but it's like, I'm more.
Yeah, I gotta
worried
check
about,
it on my job application, but
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of the thing I think they're trying to touch on. Kind of like with the Raven Simone whole thing. She's talking about I'm not African American, I'm not blah 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 blah.
not
Like
gay,
yeah, like just a non-label type joint. And it's like even though she said it in a stupid way and like it just, but I see what she was trying to say in terms of like the non-label and trying not to just just because I'm specifically this or whatever.
I'm not human.
Can
I go on record and say that?
Like I
I don't want to
understand
be
what she's
labeled
saying.
as a human.
I kind of agree with her to a certain extent. Like I don't believe in saying like I'm African American. Like I just see myself as American. Like to me that makes more sense. Like white people don't consider themselves Caucasian Americans, and
Well, they're Europeans.
yeah,
Technically,
they don't
European
say,
American.
They don't say they're European American either. They say they're Americans. Like I don't really hear any Chinese people saying I'm Chinese American. They say I'm American. Like I don't understand why.
Depending on I mean like some of our friends that have been like third and fourth generation, they'll be like I'm American, but they say both together. But
to me it just doesn't make sense because like a big thing she was saying too. Like I can't say what part of Africa I'm from.
True.
But I know that my family's from New York.
Although
that means why don't you go back and do research?
I was gonna say the
and
same
find
thing.
out?
That's on her.
Are you just? They
I
were
was
saying
actually-
your kids. They're not gonna know where they're from.
I was actually gonna say that because like
We all come from somewhere.
she's rich enough that she can go find that shit out.
Yeah.
That's just lazy.
I mean,
to me.
she can get a pretty good discount on Ancestry.
That's what I'm saying.
She can buy it if she wants
But
to.
I think also too, it goes back to what I was saying. It's like there's a younger generation is starting to not identify because like the 50s and 60s and everything else, being black was a big deal. And actually, someone circulated the Smokey Robinson poem that he did on Black Def Comedy Jam. I said comedy poetry jam, and he was basically just talking about how at that time when we heard James Brown's "I'm Black and I'm Proud," it made us all come together. Like, yes, I am black. This is a part of my identity. I'm proud of it. Blah 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 blah. And that we don't really have that in our generation anymore, where people, especially the younger kids, they don't really care because they're starting to grow up with different types of cultures and all that kind of stuff. So being black isn't necessarily the biggest or the shining point of their identity. It's more like, I'm into whatever I'm into music wise or hobbies wise and everything else. And I think if the show has a potential to be kind of like show that kind of difference where the parents are like, hey, don't forget you're black, where the kids are like, I know.
Yeah.
To me, that's like. Then what are you claiming as your past? Like, I know slavery was in our past, but you're just saying, oh, we just magically appeared here.
No, I'm not denying my past. Like I know.
But then, how am I? It's like we all know we weren't here. We weren't like either we were brought to an island or we were brought somewhere else. So it's like, to me, I understand you're trying to say going back to the past kind of like makes things sound kind of like not fucked up, but it's just.
No, I don't think it's fucked up. I don't think it makes it fucked up. I think that like I don't relate to me being African. Like I relate to me being American. This is what I grew up with my entire life. Everyone I know.
So then, like one of the things you said on the podcast, you said the only time you felt American was when Barack Obama got elected into the office.
Yeah.
So I mean, you should feel American when other stuff happened too.
Yeah. But that did create a certain feeling in me.
So do you think the American part trumps the black part?
People wanted to.
I think that's
what she was trying to say. Like,
yeah.
But I also get what you're saying and what she's saying. Like,
yeah.
All right, you do identify with it more, but
exactly.
you still have to know.
No, I don't. It's not like I say I'm American and that's all I am. I don't deny my black heritage. I don't deny the things that
the police don't deny it either.
Yeah, like it doesn't change my viewpoint of what happens and how.
Korean. Chappelle. Yeah. Do I look Chinese? I am Korean. Oh, y'all look Chinese.
I don't deny that. And I'm still black. I still.
Black and I'm proud.
All of the problems and the stress that comes along with being black, high blood pressure, being chased by the police, like all that shit, like all that stuff comes along with it. I understand that, but at the same time,
exercise.
I'm American as well.
True.
And I think all these other countries around the world, people have all this national pride about their country. Like this is where I'm from. This is what I have. This is who I am. I'm proud of that. And it's like in America, it's almost like we don't even allow ourselves to have any of that pride anymore. And
Because our part that we did is not in the history books. So how can I claim 100% of being American when I'm not being represented?
Sir.
It's hard for me to say, hey, I'm. When people ask me all the time, I say I'm West Indian. I was born in America, but my parents are from the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Like I never say, yo, I'm American.
Caribbean.
Yeah, exactly. What?
Yeah, American.
Caribbean. I never say I'm American.
Well, that was the thing. Was hanging out with when I was in Barcelona, and they're in the section of Barcelona is
Rub
from,
it in our face.
Yeah,
Cam,
this
we
is
just,
relevant,
we just
son.
waiting
This
for
is
another
relevant.
podcast.
Hey, Pope,
We just
you know
waiting.
you were supposed to be
Yeah.
on that you didn't go on because you had life shit to deal with?
Yeah. I told you weren't going on that trip. Nah, I'm going. I said, just tell Cam you're not going, yo. You got a lot of responsibilities. Trust me, I'm going. Fucking throwing your hair in the wind and shit. I'm like, oh, man. Be responsible for
And it was
us.
crazy. That one day, my hair got real long. The wind was blowing. I felt like Mikey for a second.
He's like, anyways,
Sorry.
back to my point. Now, in Barcelona, there's a section,
Braggart.
a big section of Catalans, and they're very like national pride. They don't consider themselves Spanish at all. They basically feel like they're like their own, because they have a different dialect. They don't even speak Spanish. Like they speak Spanish, but they have their own dialect and everything else. And so hanging out with them and like just listening to them, they had so much pride for their small. They're not a country. They're not anything. They're trying to be.
Yeah.
But they have so much pride for their heritage and all that kind of stuff. And I was trying to explain to them, it's like, yeah, America, we don't really have that. As like, I mean, some people do, but we don't really have like, oh my gosh, I'm an American, like this is a big deal. And the people that do kind of have it, it's almost like it's a fake kind of patriotism. It's kind of like Jon Stewart was touching upon before. But I was like, because America's so like
It's a
hodgepodge
melting pot,
and it's a
yeah,
melting pot,
exactly.
But you know the
this is
problem
really
too?
what's really American.
Yeah,
you know?
nothing's really
You
American.
know what the problem is too? Is that I think as a society, we correlate patriotism with redneck. Like, because there's
That's a good
people
point.
who usually say, pride
Yeah,
in America,
you're right.
we're Americans, blah, blah, blah. Like, we always relate that to rednecks. And rednecks are also related to racists in the Ku Klux Klan. So people, like, that it's like a weird circle.
How would you know?
of
Hope?
hate.
Have you met a redneck?
I
Have you
have.
sat down with a redneck and
I
spoke to
have.
them? Who?
A group that chased me through down south.
But even
A nice group of fellows that had clean white suits.
Maybe
on,
they wanted to make you
robes.
better.
true. But we'll probably claim
They had sheets. I don't know why they were wearing sheets. It was the middle of the day.
No, but we'll probably claim our our state or
Yeah,
our borough
all these
before we
ropes.
claim actual American
They would
first.
hang my laundry on.
But that's what they've been saying. Well, you would probably claim your state first, or like you said, your borough before you would say you're American.
Hands down.
Like where you
Yeah,
from?
I'm from
the
New York.
Bronx.
Yeah.
I'm from New York.
Yeah, like if you're out of town, they go, "Where you from?" Like you hear your accent, they go, "I'm from New York." I don't go, "I'm from America."
You would
Yeah.
say New York originally from Cali.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm saying.
Exactly.
So,
fake ass New York.
yo, man, one more year, 10 years, son.
Cam, you a New Yorker, yo. Don't listen to
Give him
Pope.
a stamp like this. But no, it's true though. I think, and that's the thing I was trying to explain because we don't really. I mean, we do have an American kind of pride, but it's certain
Certain
different.
moments.
Yeah,
for me.
exactly.
Only time I want to say like I felt pride for my country. Sad to say was 9/11. When that happened, I was like, damn, like, geez, like,
When the Yankees won the World Series,
well, that's the Bronx, man. I was kind of happy. High fives. And just like you said, Barack Obama going into President Obama
Yeah.
going into office.
yeah.
But besides that, it's like,
I mean, it's tough. It's really tough.
I mean, there's a lot of American things that we've created, like jazz and just if you want to be Black America, yeah, we have all these like creative
and roll.
stuff, rock and roll, and all that kind of stuff.
dancing,
Rhythm and blues.
no way.
rhythm.
Actually, that's part of the.
It's from Africa, bro.
No, bringing it back to Blackish. In the beginning of the show, he's like talking about Black America, and he's saying how like we created all these things, and he's like going over like, oh, Justin Timberlake won the Soul Train Award. Oh, the best dancing crew is all Asian. Oh, like, he's like,
He's the best rapper.
the rappers are white. So he was just talking about how people appropriate our culture and all that kind of stuff. But it is kind of true that we don't have. I guess you can identify with Black American, but then do you identify with just American by itself? It's like you waving. Like, do we have flags? In our house, just like in different parts of the country, they have the flag on their like stoop or whatever.
Yeah.
Like proudly, they're all about it. Where we're kind of like, I kind of feel weird if I just throw American flag just chilling on my door for no reason.
Exactly. Like,
Yeah.
what's going on here?
Also, it's just like I think we talked about this before. I know I had a conversation with somebody about it, but it was Black America doesn't have a place that we call like our home base. Like there's no place that we feel like, all right, you go here and you'll be
Called
like,
the barbershop Pope.
Or a strip club.
both of you.
You wouldn't know anything about that.
Because my barbershop is in my bathroom.
Nah, yeah. I mean, well, what do white people have then?
Everything.
The East Coast and everything in between to the West Coast.
There we go. I just want to put that on record.
Nah, but this
I guess that's a good point though.
But there's parts of America that white people can go with. You won't see anybody but white people.
Yeah,
like
that's most.
and you think about it, like even like.
But I don't know if they're like if they made those parts like that. Well,
yes, they
Well,
did.
well, I mean, they grew up around it, so it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I've never really dealt like. There's certain places in Europe and in Asia where you might not see a couple black people.
Yeah.
That's most of Asia.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, there's parts where.
I mean, there's a lot. Of
I mean, by
Africans
purpose,
everywhere.
they didn't do it on. I don't know. I can't say they didn't do it on purpose, but I'm assuming.
But
it's
the
not
part that
purpose.
people talk about when they say African American, like if African American went to or black person went to Africa, they don't look like Africans.
And the thing is,
we don't have the same.
You gonna stereotype on Africans now,
Don't
Pope?
have the same
No.
type of things.
Go ahead.
but I want to
values
say
and that kind of stuff.
We think that we go over there and they would look at us like look down on us. But a friend of mine just went over there and she said when she got there, they was treating her like a superstar.
But
Like,
they're probably trying to get with it.
because partially, but at the same time, it was just that they were this
It depends on who you meet.
enamored, enamored with her, you know. And they was like kids were running up to her like, "Oh my God, yeah."
I mean, black Americans still create a lot of the culture of America, like just in general type stuff. So that's actually revered outside of America, where people are kind of like, the music, the dance, and the styles. And all
But I'm
that kind of
saying,
stuff.
like, if we go back,
You said the shucking and jiving?
that's a lot of shucking. But if the three of us went back to Africa tomorrow,
You know, medicine.
they won't. It's not like they're gonna
Dancing,
be like, "Oh,
rapping.
come, brother, come back to the motherland." They will be like, "What are you doing here?
Well,
How long are you gonna be here?"
It is interesting though. Even like our first, we want to go outside.
so
of
if an
America,
African came up to you, what would you be like? Yo, I'm not trying to buy that Gucci bag or whatever.
Stereotype.
No, well, you just stereotype all Africa.
No, I'm just saying it's not. From what I've heard and what I've read, it's not like they welcome in. Like you don't fit in because there's a difference. There's a culture.
There is a difference
Yeah,
though.
there's a
Like,
culture gap.
yeah,
There's a
it
difference
definitely
between
is.
the West, like the Caribbean folks and African American folks
Yeah,
and Africans. Even
exactly.
when I was here, it's interesting to see that because there's just the different values in terms of family values, in terms of their work ethic and that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
Americans are lazy. Black
yeah,
Americans.
That's and,
Yeah.
and,
No,
it's
that's
funny,
right.
and I didn't really
Not
have
black
that.
Americans.
Yeah,
Well,
but
you know what I mean. I'm talking
but I
about
didn't
from
really
West
see
Indian
that
point of
until coming here because in California it was mostly just African Americans, if you want to put it that way. So when I came here, then I met people from the West Indies, people from Africa. So then they just see the different types and how they viewed like African Americans just in general. Because it's almost like they view it as the African Americans kind of squandered the opportunities that they had by being here, and we got kind of lazy and we don't have that work ethic.
mean
Where
all
West
the
Indies,
the lynchings?
and then West Indies when they come over, they're on it, like 3 different jobs and this and that, and they're like sending money back home, like they're doing all this stuff, and so I can kind of see the
Hey,
disconnect.
what's going on here? People looking like, yo, how you getting all these jobs?
But
I was a running schedule 11 color. I got 4 jobs with
Headlies.
I'm the butcher. I'm the
yeah.
butcher, the candlestick maker.
Work
Post
hard,
man.
They work hard, man.
10 jobs.
For real.
Oh,
You're a lazy man.
But yeah, I mean, you have
Well, everything's blending. Even the West Indian kids growing up nowadays, they're acting more American than ever before. Like doing stuff. Like, why are you wearing winter coats in the Caribbean? I was down there and I was like,
what they got like bubble jackets,
yo,
freaking Timbs.
I will show you pictures. Tim's.
What is going
Yo,
on?
it started with Dipset. Yo.
Why do you have
They
Timbs
thought they
in
were
the Caribbean,
Dipset
bro?
down there. They got Bloods and Crips and some islands. It's just.
Why do you have Timbs in the
you know what?
Caribbean?
Because it's the
It's a
culture.
blur line thanks to TV and the internet.
social
Yeah,
media and
yeah,
all that.
exactly. Like everybody is.
The-
That's why Raven probably said she's not.
Over-
Don't consider me African American.
over time,
Don't consider me gay.
I honestly believe over time this is going to be a giant merging of all cultures. That's my own personal belief. In our lifetime, no, but 10 generations from now, like,
Yeah.
I mean, they're already saying the population of kids under 6 is already the minorities are still already more now. It's like 70%.
If it's gonna be 10 generations, they might not be white people.
No,
10 generations from now. If we're keep on blending,
they're already saying that.
no disrespect to our white listeners. I'm just saying.
No, they're already saying by 2050, I think, whites are going to become the minority in America.
Yeah, because
that's what I'm saying.
their
Like,
genes
that's why they
were
said
recessive.
the young kids. They took this consensus of all the young kids. Yep.
It's genes. Don't argue. It's science.
Enjoy rap, man.
That Louis C.K. joke is gonna go out the window soon. When he's like, he can go back to any time and it'll be fine.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a white guy. Hey.
Oh, man.
2080. Let's see if that joke flies when I'm dead. Louis C.K. Nice. But yeah, just
talking about
Uh-oh.
the merging.
I was talking about generations.
Oh,
Yeah, no, go ahead, finish.
Oh,
with
we
the
can get
merging.
back to that too. But
Yeah.
the merging is like that.
Damn,
That
segue.
the lesbian, the lesbian couple.
That's a move. No one can see you do this.
Right, exactly.
Here it is. I'm coming in.
Joke.
So the lesbian couple that had
Oh, the black baby.
yeah, they got the black baby.
Man.
And the funny thing I found out about that is that
No, I'm messing with you.
Yo, Pope is the doc. He be like, oh.
the thing I find funny about it is that they're suing the doctor's office that did the artificial insemination. Greatly so, because they didn't get what they were told
Yeah,
they were
they
going to
didn't
get.
want- yeah.
And I understand that part. The thing that I find hilarious is that they keep saying that, no, it's not about race. it's not that part.
But that's what white people
But,
say, though, to make themselves feel better.
you know, when it comes down to it.
They said their neighborhood and
Yeah, they
where
said
they're at.
the town they live in aren't what's the way they weren't very sensitive to people of other cultures is the way they kind of painted it.
Wow.
Yes,
But the thing is,
that's awesome.
already
I love when people
like,
say that.
their family already has a history of racism, right?
Damn.
They said this. They
Yeah.
said this. Their family that they come from already have a history of racism. Their family already gives them shit about them being a lesbian couple.
Now it's double.
And so they're a lesbian couple with a black baby living in a town that doesn't like black people.
Or lesbians.
And now that they have this black baby who's growing up and she's 2 now, the mother was saying, like, normally this would be a great time because you get to play with your daughter's hair and do her hair. She doesn't know how to, so she has to spend all this time to
Go on
learn
YouTube.
how to take care of her daughter.
Yo, man.
And it makes her uncomfortable when she has to go across town to the black neighborhoods to get her daughter's hair
products?
done. Yeah.
Well, maybe she should start having those products in the other stores.
I find that hilarious.
I get what you're saying with the Larry part.
Because the way in the article I read about it, they were saying that
They're like tiptoeing over everything. Basically, I gotta go to the hood to get my daughter's hair done because I don't know how to do it, and I can't learn from YouTube. It's too hard.
Well, that's why they're suing the doctor's office. They're putting them through all this.
so they can get a nanny.
the way
Yeah.
the way the article wrote it was that it's not so much. I mean, the racism is part of it, but the biggest thing is that they've technically lost their white privilege. Like,
Oh, that's actually a good way to look at it. I did not think about
it. Depends
that.
on where they're living. If they
Part
move
of the
somewhere
white
else,
privilege.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
and that's the thing. Like,
And where they live, they lost it. Yeah.
And the thing I've changed over the years. Like before, I used to hate reading comments on people's own websites because it's like the fucking worst place in the world.
YouTube is the worst. There's most places. Some places
it's
are okay.
abysmal. But over the last 2 years, like I've really grown to love comments
jokes.
because they're
Like, who comes
funny
up with this?
and
Yeah.
it's mad information. And the first comment was somebody was like, "Yo, most people would just be like, if you live in a town where people hate you, why don't you move?
Yeah.
You love your daughter,
End of story.
Yep.
move. It's not that hard,
Yep.
you know."
Well, it's the American way to sue people.
They
so
lost their.
that's why they're doing that part.
You know what? You say American way. I'm gonna say it's more the white American way. Because black people, if something like that happens to them, that's not the first thing they would do. They wouldn't think of like
They're going Yelp.
suing. They're gonna. but it's unfortunate that that's how.
Get the bat.
Yeah, but that's unfortunate that that's the first thing that might come into
fuck
come into our head,
But, you
as
know-
opposed to suing. That's what I'm saying. It's
But
kind of
check it out,
interesting.
though.
Well, Anthony Anderson's character Sue.
Yeah,
Now
he
he
was
was-
but check it out. But just imagine this though. So it's it's a white lesbian couple had a black baby, and now it's a big uproar. But if a black lesbian couple had a white baby,
Impossible Pope.
impossible, because that baby
Science.
is automatically black.
Yeah,
It's
true.
science. You
It
can't
is
argue with
science.
it.
Can't argue with science. It's possible. Yeah.
You automatically black.
Erase the
One drop,
chalkboard,
yo.
Pope.
One drop.
Oops.
One drop. That's all
Yeah.
you need, yo, and you're
That's it.
black, yo.
Yeah.
That one crinkle in your hair, done. You're black automatically, yo. Your lips a little thicker than normal.
It's true. Is it
Black.
baby mix?
You're done.
Yep.
Damn.
It's automatic. You got a little bop in your step. Black. Yeah, out of here, yo.
Damn, you're a lesbian couple living in a racist place and you still live there. That made no
Where do they
sense.
live? Is it like Ohio or somewhere?
I think it's somewhere in
Right?
Ohio.
Yeah,
Yeah.
somewhere. Yeah, jeez.
Yeah.
Like some small town over in Hawaii, like
Oh,
two towns over from Dave Chappelle.
Probably. I think out in the sticks.
Yeah, Yellowstone or something like that.
Smart though. He's like, I don't want to be living in his place.
But I mean, I don't blame them for suing to get their money, but
It just makes it more of an uproar than it, I think it almost needs to be.
I think it's funny.
when I heard it, I was like, damn, they must have been giving them shit at the sperm bank, and they were like, here, shit this. That's what popped into my head. I was like, you up there acting stupid.
They were like the reason why there was a mix-up because everything was
Oh,
done
it's
by
on
paper.
paper. Yeah, it's not digital.
Yeah,
What?
it's like the VA, man.
VA.
Veterans
Association.
But they still do shit by paper?
Yeah. They have so many paper files, it's almost making the building collapse, yo.
It's almost so. It's
Like the
fire
floor
hazard.
is literally bending from the weight of all the paper in it,
And
yo.
why don't they port it over?
Come on, that makes way too much sense, yo. That's logical, man. And
I know whoever's working in that department
Yo.
like, do not port it over.
the problem is,
you're gonna cut my job.
like the system they have that takes the documents now is incompatible with the new system they just brung in.
Yeah. Because it's too old. That's why.
Who's in charge there, yo?
Yo, if I can get a Mac to talk to a PC, you can't get a lap. And if Will Smith can get a Mac to integrate with an alien technology, you trying to tell me that you can't get these two systems to connect?
Is that from a bad movie you saw?
ID4.
Oh, I thought he was gonna say After Earth.
Nah, that was a bad movie.
Oh, what was it?
Nah, the guy that was the first chief technical officer for the U.S. government when Obama became president, he basically broke that whole thing down. He's just like, basically you have 3 archaic systems, and it's like, we have to basically either abolish the whole thing and start over, or figure out a way to link them all together. And linking them all together is going to be fucking...
All they need is one match.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
But you have so many things. So you have like your medical system for all the VA people. Then you have like the military records. And you have this. And
Are
just
they trying to hide something? Why they not putting
knows,
that on
man?
like digital?
But you know how horrible the government treats veterans, man.
True.
It's like when we go into war, they're like, well, watch the news. Like when we go to war, we love the army. The military's our
Let's
front.
bomb
They're our sword.
everybody.
Like we love them. Support our troops. You unpatriotic motherfucker for not supporting our troops. Let's go over there. We go over there. We fight a war, and they coming home. It's like, hey, I got shot. I need a job. That's not my problem, really. Like you should be more precise with the way you dodge bullets. And then, and it's like it's on them. And it breaks my heart whenever I see these military dudes coming through the train begging for money. It's like they went and fought for our country, but now they can't afford to eat. They don't have a place to stay. They can't get any help. This shit is terrible.
Yeah, I be seeing the other side. I be seeing military dudes with mad dough. Like, yo, what are you doing over there?
seen both.
Nothing. I'm like, who making all this money?
Those are mercenaries.
Well, no, I see both.
Doing
Like one of
good.
my friends,
Private contract?
My friend is getting his master's through the GI Bill right
Yeah.
now. Another dude I know, he's using the GI Bill to go. But both of them weren't injured at all. They were like,
Yeah, but I'm talking about the injured dudes.
yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah.
And they
I see-
had mild PTSD,
Yeah.
but not as severe as
Post-traumatic
like,
syndrome?
yeah, not as severe. Because both of them, they told me, they're like, yeah, we've had some stuff, but it wasn't nearly even close to some of the other they knew that are still fucked
Dude.
up now.
One time I was on the train and these two dudes came through and they're telling a story and yo, the shit was just heartbreaking to me, yo. And I started talking to him and he was just telling me what happened. Like him and his partner was driving in a truck and there was an explosion and a piece of shrapnel hit him in the head, yo. And he was done. Like he's slow now. His hands don't
His
move.
partner is his friend?
No, him.
Oh.
The dude I was talking to, like, cause he showed me he has this big scar and shit, like from his ear to the top of his head, and like his partner, like he caught some explosion too, and like they got discharged and now they can't find work.
The army should be taking care of him.
It should be. I mean, even
Yeah, I signed a
my
paper
friend,
or
when he
some
messed his
crazy
finger
shit.
up, it took him a little bit to get to go to the hospital and all that stuff. It was about a week and a half, almost 2. But he was saying like it can get pretty bad, and which is so weird because we spend like half of our money on military, but it's the front part of it,
weapons
yeah,
side,
the offense
yeah.
part. We don't do the parts behind it. So
You need a friend like Tom Hardy to join a martial arts competition and win you some money.
Just look like what's
Warrior.
her name? Great movie, Rocky Vatan. You seen the Look at the way the 1st responders for 9/11 are treated, yo. Like these dudes went out there save people's lives.
Oh, yeah.
Tried to do everything they possibly do.
Didn't they get like a lot like chest pains?
All of them
Can't breathe, yeah.
from the dust, right?
They getting respiratory problems. They got people's getting cancer.
Because the government's trying to deny it. They're like, no, that ain't got you sick.
Exactly. But when they were going down there, everybody was like, we got to support our first responders. These people went out there and did all this stuff, and now they asking for help. They're like, it took them, like 6 years to get that Sandroga bill passed through?
Crazy.
And it's about the end in 2016, and there's senators and people trying to fight against it from getting it renewed.
Oh, I didn't know it was about to end.
Yeah, it ends in
Oh, it's only like a
2016.
10-year thing, huh? Crazy, but that's politics in general.
Exactly.
I mean, like it sucks because
Put the TTL on that.
this new the election is happening next month. It's kind of important, but people don't really care because people don't really care about elections.
It's a midterm election.
It's a midterm, that's what people but understanding, but it'll be very interesting because what the outcome of this election will dictate the next 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's
Democrat.
if it gets whatever way it leans, it's going to dictate whatever happens next
For
year.
the-
So
for
if
us,
it, yeah,
the
so
president.
so basically, if just for one, if Republicans take the Senate and they have the House, blah blah blah, then one whole set of changes is going to happen. If it pretty much stays the status quo, then it's going to be how it is now, where it's just this clusterfuck of stuff going on. If it goes in the Democratic way, certain things might happen, certain things might not happen, but still, either way,
You got to vote, but no, people aren't going to vote.
yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. Like your average people, like the other thing, being in in Barcelona for the Catalan, they were like they all no. The thing that they
Continue.
were. Is it my fault that you guys don't? Anyways, the point
I
I was
was in
trying to
Reston,
make.
Virginia for 2 weeks, living it up.
Yes.
With rednecks. Now go ahead.
No, but the point I was saying is like they were deeply involved in their political system. Like they have their organizing. They know, like your average citizen would be on it about what's going on in their politics, whether they're trying to do this and do that, and so they actually understood what was going on. But like on ours,
Outside of America, politics are big. Inside America, it's TMZ.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah, no
much.
one's paying attention to politics.
People care more about celebrities than anybody else.
and this also goes back to perception versus reality. So you have all the people that perceive that certain things are happening, whether it's not or not. Like Obama's a bad president because I haven't got XYZ.
Where's my reparations, Obama?
Obama doesn't care about black people.
But he's done a bunch of stuff.
Keep on going on Twitter to argue because that's where everybody's going.
Yeah,
That's where the noise is made.
true. That and you know what? That's actually like to the point now where it's just I can't even. Twitter's getting too much now, dude. Like it's like it's almost like it's half activism,
comical.
it's comical
Yeah,
to the point
yeah.
where it's like something happens. Like a good example was the Raven Simone stuff. Like she says one thing and then Twitter blows up about people talking about their opinions and this and that. But it's to the point where it's like it's almost retarded now. Like
Who cares?
Yeah, but now the people that are responding to it, they feel like because they're getting all this backlash from on Twitter. So it's like, oh, there's 20 black Twitter back, there's 10,000 tweets or 20,000 or 100,000, whatever. And then now those people are reacting to it. It's like, oh, okay, I got all this bad backlash on Twitter. Maybe I should release a statement to combat or whatever. But it's like it's sad that now Twitter is an official source to get a quote from somebody.
Yeah, Raven was like, I never said I'm not black. Like,
Exactly,
came
like
back
she had to talk about a thing where
because of the backlash.
Exactly,
And
so-
Oprah even said it too.
I mean, she knew
During
it
the
too.
interview, yeah.
Yeah, because Oprah knows. She was like,
The thing I don't like about Twitter is that, yeah, everyone gets a chance to voice their opinion. I think that's dope. But at the same time, a lot of people...
He's like, no, it's not. He's
A
like
lot of-
totalitarian system right now. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, please.
a lot of people who are talking aren't really being themselves. They're being characters.
Yes,
Of course.
and that's true.
And then they're just saying things just so they can get more tweets.
Yeah.
That's the problem with this new generation.
Black
that we're in,
Twitter.
I hate that term, Black Twitter.
Black Twitter, yo.
That's
It's interesting though. They're actually trying to do a couple studies on.
To make a real Black Twitter?
No, not even on that. But just like
It's a Blackbird with an afro.
try to. with the
It's actually a fried piece of chicken.
That's
what?
funnier.
All right.
With an afro.
Yo, that's the cover. That's the cover right there.
Yeah, it
dude.
is.
That's the cover.
Black Twitter, fried piece of chicken
Yep.
with afro.
In the little blue box.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the cover right there. That's the cover.
Put some J's on
They're
the
trying to
seat.
do research on what. J's.
It's the truth.
Wait, Jay's. What, fried chicken and
Yeah.
a fro?
Yeah.
Is that what we've been reduced to?
Amen.
So the chicken
Funny 'cause
leg.
it's true.
The chicken leg has some J's on.
It has, just one Jordan. Sorry, J on his foot.
J on the
On his foot, not even feet. Yeah,
You got it, man.
yeah.
I'll make that shit t-shirt.
Drumstick, J,
Yeah.
Afro. Black Twitter.
Steals it from the store. All I
we
need
can
is
make
one
this
pair.
a thing.
Racist.
Yeah.
Dude, we can make this a thing. Could be the official.
Black Twitter symbol.
Yeah.
Well, we gotta
Yo, this might
cut
get
this
big,
out.
dude.
We gotta cut this out from the podcast.
Nah, man, because then we get like controversy and stuff.
Hey.
No, I mean it's gonna be the cover of the show.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant this is officially.
No, this is gonna be the new official logo for
Okay.
Black Twitter.
Yeah, that's what it should be.
Yeah, I'm gonna draw it up this week. We're gonna put it out.
It's a viral campaign. Let's do it.
Black Twitter. I like it.
Yeah, you're right. I hate the term too. It's annoying.
We talked about this before. It's like
What?
with Halloween. It's like you can't be nobody. You gotta be Black Hulk Hogan. Like there's no.
But it's the truth, man.
It's the same shit. Like
It's sad.
It's the same shit. Black Twitter. Black movies. Like I hate that shit.
See, but I don't get the Black Twitter part. I get the Black Hulk Hogan part.
Yes.
People be like, who you are? Who are you? You know what I mean? Like, my fault. I know I got a
Hogan with the
blonde.
tan.
Yeah, exactly. Black Hulk Hogan. Oh, okay. Weirdo.
Black Terminator.
But then, like, Black Twitter, you're just talking how you normally talk.
It's
Like, why is it Black
it's
Twitter?
But it's
It's Twitter for Black people.
But the worst part about it, though, and someone made a really good point, they're saying how the majority of people that whatever claim that they're Black Twitter, whatever it is, it's still Black folks aren't that many people on Twitter to begin with.
Exactly.
So the audience is all mostly white people or whatever, and even people that are kind of chiming in. But there's a small section that kind of like whether they're bloggers, journalists, and that kind of stuff. And like I said, I've seen like you'll watch like Ferguson's a good example. Like you watch the feed from Ferguson, and people kind of thought that was kind of like a Black Twitter moment, if you want to put it that way. People were reporting on the ground, they were having their opinions.
I can't believe they still didn't charge that.
Yeah.
Charge the officer with anything,
it's
or
still
or say anything about it.
6 weeks already. Yeah.
That's crazy. I thought it was longer than 6 weeks.
It might be a little bit longer.
It was
But now tucking the other thing, say like Scandal comes on.
Yeah,
and
it's
then,
over.
and then it's a whole another thing
over.
where like Black
Stay
Twitter
off my timeline.
and,
Scandal's on. Okay.
So it's like I don't even know how to think about it, dude. It's like it could be good in certain aspects, and in other aspects you're just like I don't care what Nicki Minaj just said. I don't.
But you also have to remember we're from a different generation.
True.
And we don't. Like I don't give a shit about that. Like I'm on social media strictly for business stuff. Like I want people to follow my art. That's why I'm there. Like I've tried to understand Twitter for years. Like who really wants to hear what the hell I got to say besides people who listen to this podcast? But
Shout out 27 people.
But what I'm saying is like that. Like on Twitter, like my little comments, like I don't get it. Like if I'm just saying, hey,
But social media makes people feel important nowadays.
True.
Like if somebody gets more likes or more retweets, they feel like I've made it. But in actuality, you haven't done anything.
No.
Like,
no.
are you on CNN or is like?
Also,
you know what I
they're
mean?
saying
Like
with
same
social
thing with,
media
like-
is like the lack of with social media we have a lack of privacy now, where it's like before you could have a conversation on the block about whatever you want to talk about. It's a barbershop is like a good example. That's when they have like those conversations. But now that you have Twitter, you have Facebook, you have all this stuff, that those privacy things are all starting to break down. So like anything happens, and everyone gets to have a comment on it.
shit, even people that's now shooting videos in the barbershop and posting them on Facebook
What, just like conversations?
from the barbershop. Yeah, people talking. Why they getting a haircut?
like I said, it's social media. People feel important. People feel important with social media nowadays, man.
But it's they're
Self-important,
not.
man.
It's self-important.
Yeah.
It's just like
The narcissistic society.
like
Like
social
even
media.
nowadays with like pictures, like I remember going to people's house and seeing like photo albums. And granted, like nowadays everything's digital, but aren't there moments you want to have privately? Like, don't you want to be like, yo, check out this picture? Does the whole world have to see every picture that you take?
Like I was just looking when I was in my story, I was looking through my old photo albums, and it was like, wow, I haven't seen these photos in mad long.
Yeah.
When I had hair, and it was a funny, it was funny, yo, seeing all these.
You
That
lied.
was before your time. That was the prequel.
So I used to call him Pope Fox, yo. Rick Fox, he had the long, luscious hair.
I do not believe you.
Big curls.
Yeah.
Throwback Thursdays
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Now he's Nick Fury, man. Mighty have fallen. Yeah. It's crazy. Continue about your hair conversation.
Throwback Thursdays, Rick Fox.
But I was agreeing with you as I was looking through the photos, and it just like you don't have this.
I'm not saying, you can't put pictures online, but like people post up like every single picture, and it's just like,
it's
really?
just- yeah.
Like,
People, it's like everything that's going on in society now. People overdo everything, Like everything is, like I was telling Cam earlier, like
overshare.
Everything is black and white. There's no gray areas anymore. Like, so either you doing it or you doing every fucking thing, It's like there's no like, I'm just gonna put one thing. Like, I'm gonna show you when I woke up this morning. I'm gonna show you when I got on the train, what I had for breakfast, the meeting I had with my boss.
Coffee in the morning.
I ran to
Kale for lunch.
I ran
Paleo.
to some type of celebrity.
I've never been to somebody's house where they had like a photo album of food they've eaten throughout the day. Oh shit! Oh, November 28th. That's what you ate. This is dope. Oh, December 13th. Okay, all right. I don't get that.
That'd be awesome, dude.
You should make that a coffee.
He's
book,
like, here's all my here's desserts.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's lunch.
Check this out.
International fare.
Yeah, I'm proud of this right here. Like, oh, okay. I like that one.
I actually don't understand taking the picture of food stuff. People say, "Oh, it's because I want to remember."
Sometimes I like the presentation. It's
Yeah,
done.
like, but I just
Yeah.
I never thought about it. Like, why? Like, I don't know. Some people say, "Yeah, I do it so I can remember what I ate."
Foodie, or whatever
Really,
they call
really,
it.
you showing me a Chipotle rice bowl right now?
Yep.
I should get excited about that.
Exactly. Coffee in
man.
the morning, grinding.
I'm gonna use that tomorrow.
That's pretty good, yo.
I do like that.
That should be a t-shirt, yo.
It should be.
Yo, we've thrown out way too much ideas in this straight, yo.
Hey man, you know we're not gonna use it, so somebody else. True. Yeah. Yeah.
If we throw it out into the ether, someone else.
ether.
Yeah. One of those 27 people will
Trying to
take
get
it and
it.
run with
Trying
it.
to get-
EIFF-EO.
Yeah.
Trying to get it out into the
no.
ether and make it one of those things.
Yeah. Some things should be private. That's all I'm saying.
There's no such thing anymore. And once you get past the point where you understand there's no privacy,
Well,
it makes it easier.
people.
I still haven't gotten there.
People make it no privacy. Like I'm talking about the Note 4.
Yeah.
I wish I had the balls to go back to a flip phone. Like I really, I'm dead serious. Like I really just want to go back to when like I'm like disconnected in certain parts of the world. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like if you're on the train, like I've been reading a lot lately, and I always pick my head up every now and again. Everybody's on their phone.
Yeah.
Everybody. It's just like scary. Like they're all programmed to use their phone and.
I've been trying to deprogram myself.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if I have a flip phone, I'm not reaching my pocket. I don't want to play Hangman. I don't want to use my calculator. I'm good, yo.
You don't
Yeah.
play Minesweeper?
Yeah, I'm good.
But you're right, because like the last couple of days I've been drawn in the train, so I've listened to my headphones, and you're right, everyone's pretty much like this. Like they're
Yeah.
all hunched over. Everyone's either looking at their tablet or their whatever. There's a few people actually reading newspapers or magazines, or just sleeping or something like that. But
Those are those Jack Reachers, yo.
yeah.
Fucking relics. Like,
I always read when I'm on a train, yo. The crazy shit is, like, when we did the No Tech Week, and around that time, me and you had a conversation about walking around with headphones on.
Yeah.
And the difference between walking without them on.
It's a big
and listening
difference.
to music while you're
Dude,
walking.
you're
And
right.
ever since then, I stopped doing it, and it created this different type of vibe.
it is. You
Being
feel
person.
more. Yeah,
In touch with what's
yeah,
going on.
exactly. You're more present when you
Looking
don't have it
around,
on.
yeah, that's not. It's
All your senses are working. When you're walking with your headphones on, like
You get-
you're like,
you
You
zoned
get
out.
absorbed into your
yeah,
own
it's
shit.
like a tunnel vision. Like this is all you see.
soundtrack to my
Yeah.
life.
Yeah, exactly. I'm about to shoot this guy in his head if he don't turn around 3 seconds. See the coffee fall out of his hand? I gave him 3 seconds. Bro.
My nigga. Yeah, it's actually really. I mean, I'm very curious to see, like over the next couple of years, with the younger kids that start to become 18 and 21 and all that,
It's over.
and how it's
I'm
going to
nervous.
affect, dude. It's going to be very, very interesting.
It's gonna be a lot of Yelp complaints. It's gonna be
Yo,
just
that article you sent out.
the generation wuss.
Yeah. Like
Oh, man.
I don't know. Maybe I just had some reason it said it was in French on my phone, and I hit it and it translated it, so it shit was really weird.
I had my
Really? Yeah, mine was English.
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason my shit came in French.
But yeah, it I actually looked back and looked at that dude's tweets, and he's been talking about it for like the last like couple years, like just random stupid things
Throwing
he
stuff
encounters,
out? Yeah.
and it'll be just like hashtag Generation Wish. Anyway, but the reason why I liked it was because I've had other people have the same kind of
We
conversation.
gotta tell the listeners what generation
Oh,
this is.
sorry. So there was a good article with what's the director's name? He did the.
You sent it out. You shouldn't.
No.
Hold on. It
Hold
was
on.
I totally forgot the director's name. And he had something controversial come up too recently too.
Like damn.
Blanking.
Wait,
I'm
here it
blanking. It's horrible.
Vice Paul Schrader? Wait. That if No. Oh wait, is this?
Edit this part out. It was in it. Oh, it's in the email.
Bret Easton Ellis wrote this, but it said Paul Schrader. That if myself or the director Paul Schrader talked about the film, it would somehow find
So this director,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
Bret
that.
Easton. Oh, he's the one that wrote it.
yeah.
So
So basically, it's an article in Vanity Fair talking about a director that kind of made up this hashtag called Generation Wuss, and every time he encountered because he lives with a millennial, and he every time something would come up that the
Is the Millennium his boyfriend?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. That's what
Okay,
that's
well, I
what
was
seemed
reading
like.
it. I was kind of like,
I was
Yeah.
confused. I was like, is this a...
yeah, I'm like, is this your
Yeah,
roommate?
exactly. That's what I thought too at
And
first.
then he
But-
wrote partner. I'm like, all right.
He did
this-
say boyfriend, but I missed the point where...
The connection was there.
Yeah.
So his
But I
boyfriend
picked up
is
one of them.
younger and is a millennial.
Yeah.
And so he was just basically every
Back in the
time
crate.
something would come up that would be
for
like
there'll be
a
split.
generation gap, he would always like
The Columbia University story where the student committed suicide because
yeah.
his roommate recorded him
Yeah.
and tweeted
Yeah.
out about it.
and like he
So
felt,
there was a split between both of them.
he felt he's cyberbullying and he's from all this other randomness. But I thought it was interesting because he's basically talking about how the differences of how the millennials and everyone else deal with certain
Problems and
problems
issues, yeah.
and conflict resolutions and all that kind of stuff. And he's talking about how being from Generation X, we're super cynical and that kind of stuff, but still would man up and whatever you had to do in those fix your little conflict or whatever.
Yeah.
But nowadays it's kind of like if something happens that's bad or sad, it's more of a like shut down, don't do anything, like type of a thing as opposed to
I'm gonna put this as my Facebook status.
yeah.
Let the world know. And the thing is, it's like, I think it's one thing he said was talking about how baby boomers were they overloved their kids. No, they didn't show enough love to Generation X. So since Generation X didn't get love, they overlove this next generation of kids. So now they're like they're
Soft.
wussies. They're soft,
Yeah.
and they all they want is like this attention. They want this praise. They want all this.
I think
wanna be
every
a happy space.
I think every generation kind of like, not saying every generation like softens their kids and shows them love, but
No, we've gotten softer.
yeah,
We had
I
this
agree.
conversation,
But I think because of social media,
Yeah, I
now,
think
yeah,
before
the
that.
whole like now people are saying I'm being cyberbullied. Like back in the days, you used to get punched in your face.
Yeah.
I would rather somebody write an email online so I could be like, hey, guess who just deleted their Facebook account? This guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like
Louis C.K. was talking about that with cyberbullying. He was like, before if
Doesn't
you're a
make
bully,
sense.
you was like you would bully them in their face and you would instantly see the reaction, and
Yeah.
then there you go.
He was like, he said, you talk to somebody
Exactly.
like you're fat and you see the pain
Yeah.
and the
Yeah, yeah.
sadness in their face. And you're like, ooh, that doesn't feel good. I don't want to do that again. But now you're like, you're fat and you're like, ooh, I love that.
yeah,
You feel that power rush through me?
exactly. You just send it out and
I'm
you
gonna
don't
do it
care.
some more. No one can tell. No one cares.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. This generation this sucks.
I'm seeing commercials with like words on kids and they're like crying and shit. I'm like,
Yeah, man, the bullying shit.
never got jumped?
But it's what I'm saying. But that's what's so
I
interesting
show
about
a
it.
commercial for me.
Yeah, but that's what's so interesting is like bullying has always been around. It's not like it's just happened to happen now.
But-
it's just the way people are dealing with the bullies are different.
But
and it's so
also-
interesting to me to see how it is because now it's like there's a big campaign and there's like movies about it, and documentaries
gets
about
better.
this. Yeah, it gets better and all those kind of things.
But
It's
the
kind of like
same thing is you also have to look at the way kids interact. Like now everyone interacts through a screen. Like it's through text messages, it's through
Exactly.
video games,
Yeah.
cyber worlds. When me and you were growing up, our games were throwing each other down steps.
Yeah, wrestling.
Like,
yeah,
We
exactly.
would fight with each other.
Yeah.
We'd have wars for like 3 weeks.
That's true.
And in between that, we would still go to each other's house,
Exactly.
play games.
Truce, timeout.
Yo, you got
I
that?
gotta go to the store. Yeah.
We'll play some
Is
Genesis.
it my groceries? Look at the time we jumped Drew, yo.
4 hours. Yeah, a 4 hour.
Oh, Drew sent me to the store. Yo, we threw his bread, and he was laughing while I was beating him up. We like, Drew, man. Yo, Drew is gonna finish me.
Yeah, a bunch of bullies.
Yo.
Yeah, that's how it was, though.
But
that was fun.
But
Those
it
were fun
helps you
times.
be the person you guys are today.
Exactly.
I don't think they really learn how to conflict resolution. Like everything is
Yeah.
just
They
like
don't.
let's sit down and talk. And sometimes you do. That is a good way to talk. But also you have to stand up for yourself, yo.
You do.
Like I always tell my daughter, yo, speak your fucking mind, yo. I had a conversation with the other day. I was like, yo, you can't. Like I know you have trouble talking to me because I can be tough on her sometimes. I'm just like, yo, that's not gonna fly. Or I just like, yo, this is what's gonna happen. I can see her whole fucking world collapsing in her eyes and shit. But I was telling him like, yo, you gotta get.
Fat.
You call yourself. Nah, I'm not even gonna go there, yo. So.
No, I know. I'm just saying this is a joke.
Well, I was telling him, I'm like,
Call yourself. Son, 20 years from now, you're going to be in front of freaking cyber TV from like Minority Report, and that scene will come on. Cole Bean is like on his deathbed in a wheelchair. She's like, I've been waiting. Just see the glimmer of hope go out your eyes, like, fuck.
But I tell her that no matter what, even if you think it's gonna make me upset, or you think it's gonna make me look different in your eyes, you have to speak your opinion.
Yeah.
Because if you don't learn to do it now, when you get older, it's you're gonna think that it's okay for people to say and do whatever they want to you, and that's fine.
Yeah.
And you can't allow that to happen. You gotta stand up.
Yeah,
for
it's true.
But I mean, people would rather do, they'll lie or do other things to get out of conflict or have to face a conflict, as opposed to just facing it. And it's like someone today had the same thing.
Like that.
Yeah.
Someone was asking me about something. They had like an obligation they had to go to, and like they had an obligation to go to. They didn't want to go, and I was like, all right, cool, don't go. Well, I can't. Blah,
I need
blah,
an
blah.
excuse.
Yeah, I need an excuse. And
Well,
I'm like,
hey, we got an excuse book for you.
yeah.
Now that you mentioned it.
But it was so funny because the person was like so adamant about having an excuse because they didn't want to go to this obligation, as opposed to just being like, I don't want to go. And it's like, when I was like, it was funny because when I was saying, well, just don't go, it was almost like that's not an option.
Yeah.
It was like just
It's a maybe.
yeah,
Or,
yeah. It's like, and I was like,
Let me see.
Just be honest. I was like, if you don't want to go because of X, Y, Z, then don't go. Well, a bit about this, I gotta make sure that blah 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 blah. I was like, dude, it's not. It's
That's one of the things that they don't practice nowadays is saying no. Like everybody wants to please everybody. It seems sometimes it's just like you gotta say no.
yeah, kind of like when there's a good video about making plans and through text message and how it's like you have to like reconfirm as opposed to like, hey guys, we're gonna meet at this time, cool, done. And then a week later, we're all here, done.
Exactly.
But a lot of times it's like, oh, so we still on for Wednesday? Next Tuesday. Oh, so you sure? At what time?
Even today, Pope sent out
Yeah.
a message saying is everybody good for today, and I'm like, we discussed this last week.
Yeah.
But we're in that mode where it's like the plans are always
Changing.
and this is happening. You're right, because you don't say no, and you're always like, I could tentatively do it. Like I've heard conversations where someone will be like, yeah, I can do that, but I'll probably have to cancel. I'm like, why don't you just say no now, and then if it happens, it happens. As opposed to saying yes and be like, oh, I'm probably gonna cancel, but I'll say yes now.
They're not doing that to their doctor or dentist when they call them like, yeah, I can make it. Well, if you don't, it's $100, right? Well, I'm not showing up. Yeah, exactly.
It is. People don't want to look like that guy who just says no and doesn't want to be there. Like, it's like that type of perception.
I'd rather have that person around than somebody who's telling me they can make it and they don't show up.
Yeah.
They never show up. Like, they always say, oh, I could probably make it, and they never make it.
That's a flake. I don't want to hang out with flakes.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, it's better. I mean, and I think once you get to that point where you don't care anymore, where it's just like someone asks you to do something, you're like, I can't do it. Cool, done. And then you might get a little crap for it or whatever, but it's like at least you're being honest. And like, and another person was saying the same thing. Like, I guess it was like a baby shower or something like that. And he couldn't make it. He actually had plans, like family plans, something like that. Yeah. And he had told that person maybe 2 weeks in advance. A week later, hey, you come to the baby shower? He's like, nah, I can't go. I told you I had to have family plans.
Oh, I thought you were joking.
Yeah, and so then again, the day of or the next day, the person was kind of like joking, kind of giving them shit for not coming. And then the person was like, wait, I told you actually that I had plans.
Yeah.
I couldn't go.
Yeah.
Like, why are you still going? Yeah. Or like, you're going to try to make me feel bad for not going to something that you thought was more important.
Mm-hmm. That's something the shit that happens in our society now. I mean, see, it's not even a generational thing. It's just our
society in general.
Is this lifestyle of shaming our friends. Like, oh, you couldn't make it. Oh, you're too good to be showing up at this place with us. Why couldn't you come through?
It's a thin line on that.
I had shit to do.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
like if you know somebody's doing something, then you know what I mean. But if they're like flaking out on you, then you have every right to be like,
no, flaking.
Flake.
Flaking is one thing, but if you say you got some shit to do and you can't make it, and then the next day, like the Ken was saying, you're like, oh, why couldn't you come to my shit, dude? I had to take my wife to the fucking hospital. Like, I couldn't come to your MC show.
Yeah. I don't do that.
your birthday dinner.
Yeah, like,
oops, my bad. I'll be there next year.
Like, that type of shit is just stupid, man. And I see that a lot in our society now too, yo.
Yeah, it's getting more and more, and it's interesting because it's like, again, I think it goes back to like the conflict resolution. Like, they don't want to have a conflict.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
They don't want to have a conflict. They don't want to have to talk to someone face to face and like have like some type of a battle or even just disagreeing with somebody and stuff like that, or just having a normal ass debate or argument. Like,
Well, yeah, it's more of a debate. They feel like it's an argument, but it's just
Yeah.
you're not agreeing.
Like,
but yeah, no one. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. But
We just voicing our opinion.
yeah, exactly.
Like I had a really good debate about the about Ray Rice and a bunch of other stuff like on Monday, and it was like pretty heated.
Yeah.
It's like 4 or 5 of us. We're sitting there talking, but then after the conversation was over, then it was like, all right, over. Then we went back to talking about whatever. And it was funny because I've seen other people have those like,
I ain't fucking with you no more.
Yeah, exactly. Or on Facebook,
Yeah.
I gotta unfriend Dwayne because he thinks that blah 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 blah. And it's like it's not that
Because people take shit
serious.
too personal.
Yeah, like Griff was telling me somebody posted like a picture of a wheelchair and like F Kanye West or something like that. It's just like, who cared that whole situation when he told the fan to stand up?
Yeah,
Oh, he's in a wheelchair?
And the fan was in a wheelchair. Then he realized he was in a wheelchair. He's like, oh, start the music, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But it's like, why are you taking time out your day to complain about something like this? Like, why?
Nothing to do with you, and that has nothing
Kanye
to
West is
even-
an asshole. Great.
So-
Go back to work.
We know this.
My
already.
thing is like, how is that news?
I don't even get why it's news, but it's just people want to report on it, and then people want to say, oh, he's a dickhead. I do not care.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Like, too much information. People are just scared to tell people no. It's just...
But get back to your point about the conflict stuff. Like I always tell people, like if you want to learn how to be good, to have to be good in awkward conversations, you gotta have awkward conversations. That's the only way to learn how to do it.
Yeah.
Because that's you gotta do it by trial by fire. Like either you're gonna be good at it or you're not.
Sink or swim,
That's
man.
why you have no
Just
game.
there.
Exactly. What you miss with, baby?
I'm about to text this chick.
All right, let's wrap this up. Do some final words. Pope, you want to go first?
Sure. My final word is fuck New York and its apartment process, man. Yo, it's the worst shit ever. And I understand the reasons why you gotta go through the stages you gotta go through, but goddamn, yo, I gotta give these people more documents that I need to get my passport to get in and out of this country.
Oh, I was like, they need your passport?
Some people ask me for a passport, yo.
Really?
Yo, yes. State
I see
ID.
one illegal alien walking up and down your building.
State ID.
Like, I ain't giving you no passport.
They asked me for state ID,
Social security.
social security card, a passport,
Seriously, and you're a New York resident? You've been there for like your whole life.
W2 for 2 years,
2 pints of blood.
10
A W-2 for 2 years.
two
income
years?
tax,
HIV status.
the last 2 bank statements, 6 consecutive pay stubs,
Wow.
and it was something else, yo.
I'd be like, I'm not moving in this building.
And then once you give all that shit, like I did it with one, I gave.
I don't feel comfortable giving out all this information.
Yo,
that's what I
do
was
you
saying.
get it back?
I don't.
I don't. No, you got to make a photocopy,
yeah,
right?
photocopy.
And give it
Yeah,
to them. Like,
yeah.
no, like this.
I don't feel
that's something you could easily become another William Pope walking around the street.
I hate it, yo, and it got me so tight because I gave this lady all this information for this apartment, and then she took it to the management, and the management came back with mad questions like, "Oh, we was looking at your bank statement. Why did you spend money on this? Why is your account like
What?
this? Blah 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 blah." I'm
What's
like,
going on?
are you fucking kidding me?
Wow.
That's
Are you fucking kidding me?
crazy.
I'm trying to get an apartment. Why is it so difficult?
You're asking me questions about my own base. What is
It's
going
like, we don't think you have enough money to make it. I'm like, why the fuck am I talking to you? Like,
Yeah.
why am I wasting your time? Like,
Jeez.
what the fuck's wrong with you?
That's crazy.
Yo, that's insane.
And it's just like, and then I look at it,
This
I'm
is
like,
in the Bronx?
yeah, it's across the street.
Damn, is that serious now?
Yo, it's serious. Even I went like the new spot I'm looking at is in,
Looks like when I leave, I can't be coming back. It's gonna be worse. Yeah, you might as well just make
I
your
was
base
looking at
here.
Manhattan, same thing, man. 6 consecutive income tax. Bank statements. Yo, who keeps
You might as well
doing
hit
that?
Yonkers.
Yo, I'm not going back to Yonkers.
Hey, you got no choice. Use your driver's license. Get a car.
Yo, that's my shit is fuck New York apartment process, yo. That shit is the worst, man. And it's more points. I had an easier time getting a passport than it is to get an apartment in New York, yo.
That's crazy, dude.
I'm still looking. How long you been looking now?
2 months?
Damn. No leeway on anything? Are you dealing with a realtor or
First, I was trying to do by
you like, why am I giving you half my rent?
yeah. First I was going owners, and that chose fruitless because at the time I was looking for shit, and they was just showing me these really terrible apartments. And now I'm dealing with brokers. Yo, and brokers, oh my god, yo, 15% B. of a year's rent.
15%
Of a year?
What?
Nah.
So
What is going on?
you trying to get an apartment for $1,300, right? You got your first last month, so that's $2,600 right there. The broker fee.
Oh, you didn't even include security either.
No,
It depends,
yeah,
right?
it's the,
Yeah, it depends. First, last.
first month and security.
Okay, first month in security.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's two.
gotcha.
It's first month in security, so that's $2,600 right there
Yeah.
on a $1,300 apartment for a 1-bedroom. If you can find a 1-bedroom that's decent for $1,300. These are all ifs.
Hypotheticals.
Hypotheticals, yo. So that's $2,600 right there. Then it's 15% of that, so that's another $2,400, yo. So basically, you're dropping $5,000 to move into an apartment, yo.
$5,000 out the gate.
Out the gate, yo.
Jesus.
And I was talking to this one broker who looked like Steve Buscemi. He was telling me that one of the tricks that these brokers do, like, cause most places you the broker gets paid by you out the gate. So and then they have these no fee apartments where they say you don't have to pay the broker fee.
Yeah, but
because
the
landlord's paying the broker
Yeah,
fee.
that's how mine was before.
So what happens is what they do is the landlord will be paying the broker fee, which is like 8% or some shit like that. So then they come back to you and say, hey, I'm having a special deal where they say it's a no fee apartment, but we have a discount on the broker fee, which is 8% now. So to get their full amount, they're getting you and they're getting the landlord.
Damn,
That's crazy.
Nuts, dude.
So it's not a game out
We're in the wrong business, fellas. We're
real.
eating the open table of truth. Real
Realty.
estate.
Let's just get our licenses, man. It's not
It's
hard.
a scam, man.
Damn, that's crazy.
People just eating off of other people.
5,000 just to freaking.
But think about it, yo. These are low end apartments. I'm paying $1,300. I'm looking for. It's a low end apartment in
You looking for a 2-bedroom or 1-bedroom?
a 1-bedroom. That's low end.
Jeez.
So
you can't
when-
imagine if it was
when-
like a 2 or 3K.
When you start going
one.
downtown, it's like $1,500, $1,600. And the further you
very
go down,
least. Yeah.
this is all like in Harlem, Washington Heights, Inwood. Like you find 1-bedroom apartments for $1,400,
Jesus.
$1,500. Maybe you find a 13. I found a couple joints for like $1,100, $1,200.
Yo, hit up Jerry because he's a
Them joints.
landlord down in he's a landlord now in the Lower East Side. He's
From Jerry
training.
from over here?
Yeah. He actually want to be on the show too. Jerry
Alright.
got a big mouth.
Yeah, let's get
He
on.
said he spoke to Ann about it, but
That doesn't mean anything.
obviously
But now, so
the
imagine.
missing.
So imagine.
5,000 just to.
So you go downtown and rent is like $3,000 for a 1-bedroom apartment, and you're paying 15% on $3,000 a month
For
for a
what?
year.
Just for the guy to say, "Hey, I got this apartment for you."
That's like 50.
Yep.
I'm not doing
Lord.
it.
All you doing is sending out emails and talking to people, yo.
That is
And looking for empty apartments so you can
show
show.
it,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Nah.
I mean, it's still a hustle.
Yeah, it's a big hustle.
It's still a
actually.
hustle. You still gotta bring people in. You gotta do advertising.
Yeah, but they're just beating you to the punch, pretty much.
Yeah. All the.
They're providing a service.
Dude, that's crazy.
So-
That's disheartening, if anything.
So what's that? $36,000 on $3,000 a month.
Jesus Christ.
So 15% is that what? A number I can't think of.
TOT, don't matter.
If I had my flip phone, I'll be easy to access my calculator, but I don't. I couldn't.
Oh my god, dude. What is
Let's
that?
just say 10 G's for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
That's
Still,
crazy.
dude. That's insane.
I couldn't do it, man. Good luck on your search, my brother.
$5,400, yo,
You have to come out the pocket for it.
for a $3,000 a month apartment, yo.
$3,000 a month
Yeah.
apartment.
He's talking about it just in general if you were in Manhattan.
Like
Wait,
if
how
you-
much?
If you're going further down.
so that's like
Oh,
3,000
I was
from
like,
that.
damn, how much money you making?
Six.
Oh,
That means
coming in.
you're basically coming out like
3,000 a
10.
month.
So, yeah, you pay.
It's like 10K just to
So if
get
the
to it.
apartment's $2,000, you gotta pay around $10,000, yo.
That's insane.
Why don't you just buy a house?
Actually, it's almost $12,000 because the first one is $3,000, security is $3,000 plus the $5,000 you're paying now. So it's $11,400, yo.
Well, it's like time to move to Idaho.
Yo, man, we gotta
or St. Louis or somewhere.
pull our money by the
Ooh,
TOT
almost
compound, yo. That's my final word. Fuck
Might
New
be the
York
longest final word
and its
ever.
apartment.
Jesus.
Why you
Process,
taking out on New York?
That's depressing. Wayne, final word.
My final word would be you don't know how important barbers are until you don't have them in your life. I was in Reston, Virginia for 2.5 weeks with no hairline, no confidence. All I did was wear a hat, try to wear a do-rag to work one day, Told them it was National Do-Rag Week, which it technically was. It was. But they didn't understand. I'm like, all right, I'll take my hat off. Your barber is one of the most important people you have in your life. I plan on moving to Cali at the end of November. I don't know what I'm going to do, man.
You better learn how to cut your own hair, brother.
You might have to go.
I might have to find a barber before I find an apartment out there.
You might have to like do a barber trip, like go for like 4 or 5 days and just scout out before
Seriously.
you can go out there.
And the person who my barber trained, he moved out to LA, but he's like a entertainer barber.
So
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not paying $900 for a shape up.
But do you know him?
I do know him.
He might be
He
like,
might give you that hometown price, man.
true.
Yeah, $50, D.
How long is this cut gonna last me? It better last me like 3 months.
Yeah. All I'm saying is barbers, you do not. Well, I go to barbershop a lot, so
Yeah, you go every week.
yeah, I know you two don't care about your hair, but
I shave every week.
anyway,
I do.
that was a week. Damn, Grizzly.
My shit is serious, B.
That's how his hair used to look.
Nah, this shit is rough, man. My joint, I have the big snake curls, B.
Throwback Thursday. Pope, I want to see this.
Man, I put mad pictures of me.
Rick Fox. I seen that one.
The glowing hair.
Yeah, that was the. It's like it's.
It looks fake, like
It
he's wearing a
looked- no,
wig.
it's
Now when you
exactly-
see it,
that's exactly what I thought.
Yeah.
I thought it was fake.
Yo,
actually, honestly.
I had that Steve Harvey shit when it was real, B.
you would dye your hair, man.
His hair
That's
was
what
like
killed it too.
like luxurious.
Luxurious. But that's my final word, man. Appreciate your barber.
Nigel used to come up to me all the time after Mel would cut my hair. Like, this is beautiful. What is it, velvet?
He like sees you. He sees you, and a tear comes out of his eye. Like,
But as much shit as you give me about my hair, what? I don't give you any shit. We can fill a whole episode of you making fun of my hair, yo.
No. Not that.
As much shit as you give me for my hair, and as much shit I used to give myself about it, I'm actually over it now, yo. Like, this shit doesn't bother me.
Damn, 5 episodes ago, you were upset about it.
I've grown.
it's called growth.
There we go.
It's called growth. Not in a place I would like it.
Do.
Like LeBron is his magical disappearing hairline.
Yeah, it comes and goes.
Then you just get his drink back?
Yeah, but then it disappeared again.
I don't understand, dude. You have a lot of money, man. What can you do?
This is how I looked.
So,
Ken, what's your final word?
man, I'm trying to think. Kind of piggyback off of what Pope was saying about New York is just the quality of life. I gotta make some like priority changes.
Some big life decisions?
No, not even like anything big, but just kind of looking at their cost of living, your quality of life, and all that kind
What
of
you
stuff.
spending your money on.
Yeah, what you're spending your money on
yeah.
because it's like in general, it's like I've been really this year's been cool because it's been very like experiences over materials, and I haven't been buying too much like
Material
junk
stuff,
but
yeah.
I've been using the money to go do things and whether it's travel or do whatever,
Right.
and it's been more fun that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like kind of like what Pope was saying, like the amount of money we spend living in New York. I mean, we live in New York. It's part of the process of doing it. But like, where else can you go that you get you that same type of feeling that you would like being here, And that's the thing that's kind of tripping me up because it's like I like New York a lot. I've been there for like 9 years now. But if I go somewhere else, it's like what, where, why, and all those kind of things. So I'm kind of been on my mind lately. Just been kind of thinking about just different places. And
I had a conversation, I don't mean to cut you off, with a friend in Philly, and it's the same thing you're going through. It's kind of like, it's so cheap out there, he feels like that's his base.
Yeah.
So he just travels a lot.
Yeah.
And just, I'm coming home to work to do this, and then I'm on the road.
Mm-hmm.
So if you try to get like that type of mentality, which you kind of are this year,
Yeah,
like
true.
I'd rather travel. But if you want to find somewhere to do it cheaper and like pay less rent,
Yeah.
there are options out there for you.
I think everyone is having that same thought. Like
Yeah.
I know after last winter, there was a big exodus of people leaving New York.
yeah, they were like
Like,
out.
You're talking about leaving. You having
on,
thoughts.
go
I've been
on.
having thoughts since 2005. And
New York's like, Pope, you ain't leaving.
I'm trying to find an apartment after you New York.
You ain't leaving
I have
me.
responsibilities. But like, New York is I'm at that point, man. I gotta get out, man. I just need to see different things, and that makes sense though. Like going somewhere cheap, where if I can still make New York money, it allows me to travel more, and I can just bounce
Yeah,
back.
I think that's the biggest thing. It's like making New York money, but being somewhere else. And then that's the thing. It's like,
and the thing is-
can that happen, and how can it happen?
I think also we have to think when you finally do decide to leave New York, you can't go to a new place and try to compare it to New York.
Yeah,
You have to
exactly.
go in with that
And
mentality.
You got to be ready to be because
I'm
like
going to be
I
doing
think
different things.
I think that's when I first came out here. Every time I would go back home, that was the thing that I kept doing all the time. Those first like 2-3 years, because I would go back home and I'm looking at my friends that are just as talented or more talented. And I'm like, man, if you guys came to New York, you'd have more opportunities to use that talent or do that. But it took a long time for me to realize that certain people, like New York's not for them. Like just the hustle and bustle, how fast it is, and the other mentality. Like they're perfectly happy in the suburban lifestyle or that kind of stuff. And so it took me a while to adjust to like stop comparing places like that and doing it. Okay, well I'm in New York because I like XYZ. But if I was in the Bay Area, I like it because I like these certain things. And started to have that mentality as opposed to more of a compare and contrast, not just like a competing thing, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was actually the biggest thing. Like just kind of getting over that. Like, oh, New York is the greatest place in the world. Everywhere else sucks. And when you start to get off that high horse and be kind of like, okay, well, New York is dope, but then
I could do this elsewhere.
exactly,
Yeah,
there's certain things, aspects, like I said, quality of life, like whether food's cheaper or transportation might be better or air quality or whatever the thing that the small sticky point. It's not as smelly on the subway or whatever it is. You get more. Like one of my friends, he was here for
that's
3
what New York
months.
has over everybody. Subway. And nothing shuts down.
Nothing shut down.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if it was that if it was that way, then I'd be like, yo, this city sucks.
Yeah, and my friend was here for 4 months, and like he's a big nature dude, and he had his car the whole time. He drove from California here, and so he during the weekends he would go off in different parts of New York.
I was about to say, upstate, it's beautiful up
and he was
there.
saying that, he said like
it's underrated.
Yeah, he didn't really like New York.
The
New
city
York,
itself.
Yeah, the stuff itself, but he liked the surrounding. Yeah, the state. He was like, yo, he went to all these different national parks. He went down to Philly. He went to like tons of just like nature. But he was saying, yeah, just New York City in general. I can tell that a lot of people don't get out of the city and just stay in the concrete jungle. They don't go. There's so many like rivers and shit.
There are people who've never left Brooklyn.
Yeah, that shit's kind of crazy.
That doesn't
Adults.
exist. Well,
It's true.
Well,
and the Bronx too.
Yeah.
No, it's
Or
people
in Manhattan
who
as
just
well.
live in their borough and
Yeah.
they never cross that river. They never go into the city unless like it's really actually mandatory.
Yeah, one of my old bosses, she was in like 11th Street and 2nd Avenue, and she was right near the L stop to get to Brooklyn. Never gone to Brooklyn. Been there for like 15 years. She's like, why didn't you go to Brooklyn for it? Like, I don't have no. I'm like, it's one stop. Like, it's a couple blocks and one stop. Just to explore. She's like, no, I'm good. I have no reason to go there. Like 15 years. How do you never gone to like?
What do you mean you have no reason to go there? You don't want to see something new?
Exactly, but
people aren't like that.
But
it's true because some friends they be like, "You're going all the way to Brooklyn." I'm like, "All the way, like, dude, it takes me like 45 minutes to an hour to get out there. Like, what do you mean all the way to Brooklyn?"
See, that's that fucking
the
black and
thing?
white thing. No, it's the black and white thing. Like,
that's that 80s, 90s ish.
I'm not saying black and white racism.
No, I know what you meant by black and white.
Yeah, it's like
either or. Yeah,
it's like either it's a little bit or it's way too much. And like 45 minutes to go someplace, I don't care. Like that's nothing.
It's nothing at all.
Yeah,
nuts. But yeah, so that's my fun. The rethinking quality of life and cost of living. I think that's the thing. Like a couple friends put me on a couple of those websites like Numbeo, which is Numbeo, and basically you can put any city and then put another city and it'll show you the different
cost of living.
It shows like rents and transportation, and it talks about groceries, talks about crime and all this stuff. But it shows the different percentages, and it's like I use New York as the base, and I'll just put different random cities and be like rent is 237% more in New York than the city that you chose, and like certain things like that will kind of put things in perspective. Where it's kind of like that $1,300 you're looking for a 1-bedroom here could go get you a freaking townhouse in like somewhere else in like in the Middle West or something like that.
I went to one of those sites and I punched in Denver to New York, and it was like an 80% difference between quality of life, y'all.
Nuts.
In terms of rent, groceries,
80%,
medical care.
Jeez. So yeah, I don't know. It's definitely been on the mind of lately. So I'll be thinking about it some more and see what we can do with it. But
these episodes might be virtual soon.
Hey guys, we're on Escape.
Word.
But yeah, that's my final word. I think these are some depressing final words, dude. Fuck New York. I need a barber, and I think I want.
I forgot what mine was already, yo. I was like, wait, what did I say?
We need some positivity again.
I didn't say fuck New York. I said fuck.
Nah, you did.
I said fuck New York's apartment search process.
It's like next episode.
Oh, next episode is gonna be fuck New York, yeah. That's a staff, record label, and a crew.
Stupid. I love this city.
All right, shout out to Anthony.
I'll let you go before I let you go.
We'll see you next time.
Yeah, and your diaries.
And next time, please, for homework, read Book of Excuses, page 32.
Oh yeah.
book Anthony, verse 71. And yeah, man, we out. Peace.
Peace.
You can listen and download to all of our episodes of The Table of Truth on iTunes. Just search The Table of Truth podcast.